Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button. Share this on your Facebook. Share this in a private Facebook group. I want you to tag a friend. I want you to text this. Text this in a group chat. If you are watching this and you have Instagram, do a screenshot and add me on Instagram. All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? Ask your questions below. After you ask your questions, make sure that you share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this in a group chat. Share this right now with your baby daddy, with your baby mama. Share this with your wife. Share this with somebody who you know that wants to know how to build their business credit. Share this with somebody who wants to know how they can better their lives through entrepreneurship. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. Share this to anybody who is interested in going and growing their business. Share this with them right now. Ready to go live. Are you ready? Do you have your question asked? Did you ask your question below in the chat? Are you ready? Did you share this? Did you share this on your Facebook? Did you share this in a private group? Did you share this on Instagram? Are you ready? Are you ready to be a participator, not just a spectator? Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button. Share this on your Facebook. Share this in a private Facebook group. I want you to tag a friend. I want you to text this. Text this in a group chat. If you are watching this and you have Instagram, do a screenshot and add me on Instagram. All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? Ask your questions below. After you ask your questions, make sure that you share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this in a group chat. Share this right now with your baby daddy, with your baby mama. Share this with your wife. Share this with somebody who you know that wants to know how to build their business credit. Share this with somebody who wants to know how they can better their lives through entrepreneurship. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. Share this to anybody who is interested in going and growing their business. Share this with them right now. Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button. Share this on your Facebook. Share this in a private Facebook group. I want you to tag a friend. I want you to text this in a group chat. If you are watching this and you have Instagram, do a screenshot and add me on Instagram. All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? Ask your questions below. After you ask your questions, make sure that you share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this in a group chat. Share this right now with your baby daddy, with your baby mama. Share this with your wife. Share this with somebody who you know that wants to know how to build their business credit. Share this with somebody who wants to know how they can better their lives through entrepreneurship. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. Share this to anybody who is interested in going and growing their business. Share this with them right now. Ready to go live. Are you ready? Do you have your question asked? Did you ask your question below in the chat? Are you ready? Did you share this? Did you share this on your Facebook? Did you share this in a private group? Did you share this on Instagram? Are you ready? Are you ready to be a participator, not just a spectator? Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button. Share this on your Facebook. Share this in a private Facebook group. I want you to tag a friend. I want you to text this in a group chat. If you are watching this and you have Instagram, do a screenshot and add me on Instagram. All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? Ask your questions below. After you ask your questions, make sure that you share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this in a group chat. Share this right now with your baby daddy, with your baby mama. Share this with your wife. Share this with somebody who you know that wants to know how to build their business credit. Share this with somebody who wants to know how they can better their lives through entrepreneurship. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. Share this to anybody who is interested in going and growing their business. Share this with them right now. Instagram. Are you ready? Are you ready to be a participator, not just a spectator? Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button. Share this on your Facebook. Share this in a private Facebook group. I want you to tag a friend. I want you to text this in a group chat. If you are watching this and you have Instagram, do a screenshot and add me on Instagram. All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? Ask your questions below. After you ask your questions, make sure that you share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this in a group chat. Share this right now with your baby daddy, with your baby mama. Share this with your wife. Share this with somebody who you know that wants to know how to build their business credit. Share this with somebody who wants to know how they can better their lives through entrepreneurship. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. Share this to anybody who is interested in going and growing their business. Share this with them right now. Did you ask your question below in the chat? Are you ready? Did you share this? Did you share this on your Facebook? Did you share this in a private group? Did you share this on Instagram? Are you ready? Are you ready to be a participator, not just a spectator? Hey, social media socialites. Look, we are about to go live in a few moments. But before we go live, I need all of you guys to hit that like button right now. If you're watching and you're waiting, go ahead and be a participator. Don't just be a spectator. Hit that like button. Share this on your Facebook. Share this in a private Facebook group. I want you to tag a friend. I want you to text this in a group chat. If you are watching this and you have Instagram, do a screenshot and add me on Instagram. All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? All right, guys, we're about to go live in a few moments, so get ready, okay? Ask your questions below. After After you ask your questions, make sure that you share this. Share this on Facebook. Share this in a group chat. Share this right now with your baby daddy, with your baby mama. Share this with your wife. Share this with somebody who you know that wants to know how to build their business credit.
And we are live. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay, guys. We are live. If you are watching this for the first time and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own E.DeanCole Financial. We are a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. So if somebody shared this with you, and if you're watching me live, this is live, okay? I'm actually going to bring you guys comments up on the screen like we do, and I'm going to be teaching live on trade lines, the ins and outs and ends of trade lines. We're going to talk about credit repair secrets, and I am going to do an in-depth teaching on trade lines. Now, before I get too far and too deep into this, let me hear how I sound. So if you have not subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, and you're like, Dean, I wanted to catch you live, then make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And not only subscribe, but you have to hit that notification bell. So let's hear how I sound. Sounds pretty good. Sounds good. Sounds really, really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do shout outs. I see Chase and Andrew Jackson is in the building. One of my very, 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 very successful clients. I'm really, really proud of him, and a YouTuber. So make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel, Chase and Andrew Jackson. So we're going to do a temperature check, guys. Let's go ahead and look. You know, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So now that I know that my sound is good, we're going to do this the right way. So this is a live lecture. You saw the thumbnail when you clicked on it. I know you did. It said live. I'm going to do everything in my power to only teach for 45 minutes and then allow the last 15 minutes for question and answer. I'm going to do the very best that I can to that. To make sure I do that, the best way to make sure your question is asked through Super Chat. I don't care if it's 50 cents. I don't care if it's 25 cents. The purpose of the Super Chat isn't to get me paid. It's to get your comment seen, okay? I'm going to do the best that I can because you guys will keep me for 4 hours. We ain't doing this tonight. The devil is a lie. All right, so a couple of things. This is live, all right? So I need you guys to make sure that you participate with me. This is a live lecture. And this specifically tonight is a live lecture. I'm going to teach in detail about trade lines. Now, let's go ahead and let's see. Right now, we have a total of 94 people watching live and only 58 thumbs up. The devil is a lie. We're not going to play them games. Once we have, I need for you to hit the like button. All right, go ahead and hit the like button, and I want you to share this. I want you to share this on Facebook. I want you to share this on Twitter. Share this in the group chat. On Facebook, ladies, how many ladies are in the building tonight? I need to know. Can I get shared in the beard group? Huh? Is my beard up to par? Ladies, can I get shared in the beard group? I know y'all be talking about the beard and the sweatpants group. Is my beard up to par? Can I be shared in the beard group? Let me know, ladies. All right. Tony says the volume. Young Jay says the volume. Speak up. Okay, I need to speak up some. Okay, so you say I need to speak up some. So let me go ahead and see about this volume, guys. All right, let's see about this volume. Where my gain at? Okay, let me see if I can turn my gain up. Is this better? Let's see. Talking about the beard and the sweatpants group. All right, let's see. Is gain? Let me know, ladies. Okay. All right. Tony says the volume. Young Jay says the volume. Speak up. Okay. I sound fine. Okay, let's see how this game sounds. Hold on for a second. So let me go ahead and see. Give me a moment now. This volume, guys. All right, let's see about this volume. Where my gain at? Bear with me for the feedback, guys. It's a delay. I sound fine. Okay, it sounds good. Okay, good. We good to go. All right, we good to go. So no more distractions, guys. So let's focus and let's get into this. So I'm going to be teaching about trade lines. So I saw one of the ladies said that my beard was up to par, so we good to go. All right. Once we get the same amount of people watching live, we have 1 thumbs down. So we have 99 people watching live, 69 thumbs up, and 1 thumbs down. All right. So that means we need to have 98 thumbs up. Okay. Once we have 98 thumbs up, then I'm going to bring your chat up on the screen, and we're going to teach. Now, in the meantime, in between time, let's do a temperature check. If you're watching me for the first time, I want you to say first time, okay? If you're watching me for the first time, I want you to say first time. If you are a client and you are enrolled into my online course, I want you to say client. If you are not enrolled into my course and you're not a first time, I want you to say family. All right. So let's do a temperature check now. Up until I bring the chat on the screen, you can on the replay. If you're catching on the replay, you can look at the comments below. Now, if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching live. This is a live lecture, and make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so the next time I'm live, you'll be able to participate and hit that notification bell. So when you hit that notification bell, you won't miss out. All right. So let's go ahead and see who is in the building. Okay, we got several people that's watching for the first time. Sounds fine. Okay, good stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. First person is Danta Stevens. Is your first time. Hey, Danta, how are you doing today? A Major, first time. Hey, A Major, how are you doing today? We got Divine Hockaday, first time. Hey, Divine, how are you doing today? Henry is a client. Hey, Henry, how are you doing? We have Ronan. Y'all have some interesting names. I just say Ronan is family. Jason Soto is family. Roderick Sharp is a client with that wrench. Thank you so much for joining. Antoine is a hater. Antoine is the one hater. Or are you saying that we have one hater? We got King Vapors in the building. He's a family. We have Lewis Thomas as a client. Thank you so much for participating. Let's see if we get any more first timers. Okay, here's another first timer. George Chaney is a first timer. Thank you so much. So this is a live lecture, guys. So I need for you guys to interact with me. It's not just me sitting and talking and pontificating. I need for you guys to interact with me. You guys to control how things go. All right. So right now we have 107 people watching and only 77 thumbs up. These other people, come on, let's get these thumbs up going. All right. Let's get the thumbs up going. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So let's talk a bit about trade lines. Okay. All right. Let's talk about trade lines. So trade lines. Have you ever heard of the term or the phrase trade lines? Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to make a mind muscle connection with this, especially tonight, because I am teaching detailed information. All right. If you've ever heard of trade lines, I want you to say have heard. If you've never heard of trade lines, I want you to say never have. I need you to participate with me. Okay. If you've heard, I want you to say have heard. If you've never heard of trade lines, I want you to say never have. All right, guys, make sure you also subscribe to me on Instagram. A lot of you guys have messaged me on Instagram. Make sure that you follow me as E.DeanCole, Instagram.com/E.DeanCole. All right, so let's see. All right, so Paul says that I'm bringing great information. Keep it going. Thank you so much for that, Paul. I appreciate you. King Vapor said you should be a client. Well, you tripping then, King Vapor. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. All right. So the first person to say have heard was Travis. Travis said that he has heard. Denzel Morton says have heard. Okay. So a lot of people have heard of trade lines. Now, let me get into a disclosure and a disclaimer. Okay. I need to say a couple of things. First thing is this, guys. I am not a YouTuber. All right. I am a CEO that uses YouTube. I am a best-selling author. I'm a business coach and a life coach that happens to use YouTube. I have licenses, I have regulations, and I have guidelines, okay? So once again, I am not a YouTuber. I am a CEO that uses YouTube. Why am I saying that? Because I'm about to do a disclaimer. And right now we have a total of 113 people watching live. So I need all 113 of you guys to agree to this. The information that I'm about to provide from this point forward is used for education and information purposes only. It is not used as instruction to defraud any banking institution. I need for you to agree to that. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I need for you to agree. By watching past this point, you are agreeing to the information that I'm providing for you is used for education and information purposes only. It is not instruction used to defraud any banking institution. I need for you to say, I agree. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I need for you to say, I agree. I need all 100 of you guys to say, I agree. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I need for you to say, I agree. I am going to teach you guys trade line secrets. I'm going to teach you guys credit repair secrets. But once again, I'm not just somebody that's on YouTube bumping my gums with no consequences or repercussions or no ramifications for the information that's provided. I have errors and omissions insurance, E&O insurance. God forbid, as a business consultant and a life coach, if I give you information and you use it the wrong way, I'm liable. I have $1 million insurance policy for negligence. So it's very important. That's the reason why my videos are so long and they're so detailed and they're so concise, because of that reason. I repeat, I am not going to mess up my livelihood, and I'm not going to mess up my daughter's livelihood just because you are a eager beaver and not paying attention, and you're not focused. Okay. All right. So that's the first reason why I said that. Second reason why I said that is that my business, my online courses, my coaching, my courses, anything that's on a free platform is free. Any of my online coaching, any of my online courses, any of the free courses that I provide, anything that I teach is a non-compete clause, okay? Non-compete clause. Now, first, let me look at how many people say I agree. All right, so, and I got to do a final disclaimer. We have 127 people watching live. And out of the 127 people watching live, we've only have... all right, a lot of you guys are not participating. You guys just must be listening to me like a podcast. So to protect myself, we are at the point, we're at the minute mark. Anybody listening after this point, any information that's regurgitated after this point, anybody that's listening after this point, anyone that does a call to action after this point is automatically agreeing to the terms and conditions of this teaching. Just like when you go to a public place, it says that you are being videoed. By being in this place, you are agreeing to the terms and conditions. So that being said, whether you said I agree or not, after this mile mark, if you do a call to action that I'm going to do at the end of this, I'm going to give out some stuff for free. Anything that you do after this mark, you are opting in by your sheer presence. If you do not want to opt in and you do not agree, leave the video right now, okay? If you want to opt out, leave the video. I'm not going to ask you guys to share anymore after this point, because anybody that's watching on this point, even after the replay, is agreeing to the terms and conditions of this video, which is this information is used. Is for information, educational purposes only, not used to defraud any banking institution, all right? So that's the first reason why I said that. Second reason why I said that, guys, is I have so many doggone people sliding in my DMs on Instagram talking about, Dean, you the big homie. Dean, I want to do credit repair. Dean, let me get the free 14,000 lines of credit. Dean, you know, I did everything, and they work for a credit repair company, or they are a credit repair company, or they resell credit repair, or they resell business coaching or life coaching. My courses and my content comes with a non-compete clause, all right? Now, for all the sharp, smart people that think they can get past a non-compete clause, we will sniff you out. And listen, this is intellectual property. And because my intellectual property is still being used underneath my heirs and omission insurance, if you use this information and you try to resell it or profit off of it, it is not just a big, quick, copyright. No, I'm not saying that my information is copywritten, which it is. I'm saying we have a non-compete, which means that if you utilize, and I'm very matter of fact about it, if you utilize the information past this point, my attorneys will pursue for theft by coercion, okay? Theft by coercion is a federal offense. It means that you stole information, content, property by the means of trickery. That's the best way I can describe it, okay? So I'm telling you, and I don't want people to say, well, Dean, how come you're going to do that, man? You're going to send the pastor to jail. No. If you try to steal my information and it's found out, which 90% of the time it is, you will be found out, you will be subject to the fullest extent of the law, because I'm very clear about we have a non-compete. So if you clicked on this video because you want to learn how to do credit repair, this is not the place for you. If you clicked on this video because you want to know how to resell credit repair, this isn't the place for you. My information and my courses and my content come with a non-compete, okay? So if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, Dean, hurry up and get to the point. Shut up. You're the main ones that's not paying attention, jumping in my DMs, and I'm having to resend information because you guys are not abiding by the rules and the guidelines, okay? Notice, this is not a cat video. This is not a twerking video. You understand what I'm saying? This is not a prank channel. This channel is dedicated to economic empowerment through entrepreneurship. And this is what happens when you're dealing business, okay? If you guys are with me and you understand, I want you to say, got it, okay? If you're with me and you understand, I want you to say, got it. So let's see if we got 100 people. Okay, we got 93 likes, okay? We have 93 likes. 7 more likes and I get to bring your comments up on the screen, okay? If you're with, I want you to say, got it, if you understand. And I have to say this every single day because every single day I have somebody new in my Instagram, in my DMs talking about, D, I just want to know what you know. Man, I'm just trying to get myself together. And you're profiting off of credit repair or credit restoration. My consulting firm, hear me now. My consulting firm, we do not sell credit repair. We are not a credit repair agency. We do not provide credit repair services, okay? There's going to be a test after this, so pay attention to everything that I'm saying, guys. Before I get into the meat of things, I'm going to ask you guys to repeat some things. This is a test. We are not a credit repair company, okay? We are a consulting firm, and we provide the service of facilitating and originating business loans, mortgage loans, equipment financing, working capital loans. We do not sell and we do not provide credit repair. Now, as a free gift for my clients, we give you credit repair for free. We teach you how to do it yourself. We are not a credit repair service, okay? We're not a service that you can start or you can stop. If you are going through our startup coaching course, it is a student loan. It is a course. It's not something that you can use and stop. It is a contractual agreement. I had this smart businessman send me a recorded conversation he had with one of my with my administrative assistant, and in the video he says, well, I just want to use it for what I need to use it for a few months and I'm going to cancel it. And so then she says, okay, well, we have a cancellation fee. And he was like, what do you mean you have a cancellation fee? I was like, sir, it says tuition. It's a student loan. And this is the thing that people need to understand. Whether you are in college right now or you are out of college 6 years down the road, you don't finish the student loan until it's paid off, okay? So let's do some temperature check, guys. Let's look and see where we are, and I'm gonna need you guys to get with me, okay? We have 101 people watching. We have 101 thumbs up, so let's go ahead and get your comments up on the screen. So now you're able to look right here, and you're able to see all of your comments. So if you want to see who the people that I'm talking to right here are all the people that are watching and that are commenting, okay? So let's go ahead and let's look at this, okay? So very first thing, all right, so thank you so much for participating. The first person that said they got it was, all right, somebody says facts. Jamina Wallace says, look me up. That's right, look me up. All right, bear with me for one moment. Thank you so much for liking and sharing it. Yes, people invest trying to learn credit repair so they can charge their own fees. Absolutely, Patrick. Absolutely. All these people in multi-level marketing invest. Absolutely. All right. So listen, guys. So once again, if you're trying to, this is not a course to teach you how to do credit repair or business credit. Okay. If you do credit repair and you don't know how to do business credit, you cannot enroll into my course saying that I'm trying to build up. That is called a conflict of interest. And if you find out, if you find out past our due diligence, if you go past our due diligence mark, you are subject to theft by coercion. Okay. So don't say, well, Dean trying to hold me down. No, you did it to yourself. All right. So I know this was very, very long, guys, but I needed to get that out of the way. All right. So now let's do a temperature check. Let's do a test. Like I said, now I'm going to teach in detail. So this is going to be very much so very interactive. All right. So does E.DeanCole do credit repair? Does DCFI Online do credit repair? Yes or no? I need you guys to participate with me. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me, okay? Does DCFI Online or does E.DeanCole do credit repair? Yes or no? Let's see the first person to comment. All right, so the first person was Roger. Roger says no. Miguel says no. Andrea says no. Glenn says no. Daryl says no. Latoya says no. Darnell says no. A Major says no. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very much for participating. Thank you so much for that. KSI says no. Succeed after everything says nope. All right, no. No, no, no. You see these comments? No. All right? No. Now, does DCFI Online or does DeanCole provide business development services? Yes or no? Do I provide business development services like working capital loans or small business loans or mortgages for retail or real estate? Or do I provide life coaching and business coaching? Do I provide those services? Yes or no? First person to participate was Miguel, the Bronx. Miguel says yes, thank you for that. Andre says yes, thank you for that. Roger says yes, thank you for that. All right, from Vegas says yes. All right, Patrick says yes with a whole bunch of S's, thank you for that. Okay, all right. Third question, I'm about to get into this, okay? Third question. Can a credit repair company or someone affiliated with a credit repair service, whether it be a third party or multi-level marketing, can they use any of my intellectual property for themselves or for their clients? Yes or no? All right. Once again, can somebody that does credit repair or that somebody that provides credit repair services, someone that makes money from credit repair, can they use any of my information for their clients or for themselves for credit repair? Yes or no? All right, first person to participate was Andre Williams. Andre says no. Thank you for that, Andre. All right, Running says no. Thank you for that. Miguel says no. Thank you so much for that. No, 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 no. Thank you so much. The favorite one? No. Okay. So, thank you so much for that. So, I don't care if you jumped into multi-level marketing because you thought it was a good idea and then you jump out of it because you realize that it's not. If you're still affiliated with them, you are not eligible, okay? Now, I'm going to give out some free content at the end of this video, all right? And the free content that I'm going to give out is only for people who want to fix and repair their own credit, not somebody else's. It's only for people who does not profit off of credit repair, credit restoration, credit coaching, consulting that has to do with credit and finances. I am not partnering up with anybody unless you are a multi-million-dollar bank. These are the only people I partner up with, okay? Hear me, and I don't mean to be arrogant. What I mean by that, these are contracts that I have, all right? I don't need any resellers. I hire staff members that sign NDAs, that work out of our offices, that by HIPAA. I don't need any consultants in their house, at their grandmama house, trying to resell or provide my services with my name on it. You will not, I repeat, you will not get me caught up just because you like me, you think I'm great, and you want to help the culture. If that is the case, that's fine. But you're not going to do that, okay? I do not need to partner up with anyone. I do not need to make a back end on something, or that's not what we're doing right now, okay? All right, so hear me clearly. The only people and companies that I'm partnering up with, and I'm doing this because these are the type of phone calls that my staff is inundated with. The only type of companies and people that we're partnering up with are lending institutions that can provide services to my clientele. Not somebody that wants me to come in and help and partner and get paid a commission on the back end or referral. That is not what we do. Like I said, I am not a YouTuber. Okay, hear me. I am not a YouTuber. I am a CEO that uses YouTube, okay? I am a CEO that uses YouTube, all right? So we have that out the way. We got that out the way, all right? I know that's a long intro, guys, so please forgive me. At the end of this video, I'm going to pin when the video is reloaded. So if you missed the pinned comment that you got to this point, you should have been reading because there's a pinned comment that'll say this is where the content of the video starts, all right? So let's get into this. Now, so that means that everybody here, they are here because they want to learn how to repair or restore their own credit and not charge a service for it, okay? Now one other question, okay? All right, here we go. If you want to get my full 720 FICO credit course, all right, you have to be enrolled into DCFI Online course, and we give it to you for free. So If you want to get the full 720 FICO coaching, in order to get it, do you have to be enrolled into my online course? Yes or no? All right. If you want to get the full 720 FICO credit course, you have to be enrolled into our business course in order to get it. All right. Is that correct? Yes or no? All right, guys. Thank you so much for participating. Now, I ain't going to ask you guys to share no more, but I sure going to ask you guys for the likes to go up. We have 161 people watching live and only 108 thumbs up. I need all of you guys to hit the thumbs up button. All right, thank you so much for that. It's included. That's correct. All right, yes, yes, yes. First person to participate was King Vapor, says yes. Darnell says yes. Thank you so much for that. Miguel says yes, absolutely. All right. All right, George says, I'm glad something explicit that you are. Okay, okay. I don't know what you meant by that, George. You might have to rewrite that one. Okay, just rewrite that question. Okay, so now all of that being said, guys, I am going to provide you guys with some free information, some free resources at the end of this video. But right now we're teaching about trade lines. Now I asked you guys what trade lines were. Now, when people talk about repairing their credit or restoring their credit, there are three things that people normally talk about when repairing credit, okay? First thing is somebody that has bad credit, meaning that they tried at life and life hit them. They either went through a divorce, or they went through a bankruptcy, or they went through a repossession, or they just got laid off on their job and they had hard times and they had rough times and they had rough credit. They were doing okay. They were trying to establish credit. They was trying to be grown and do the right thing. And they have rough, bad, old credit. That's the majority of people when they talk about credit repair, is they have bad credit. All right. If you are bold enough, like I said, I need for you guys to participate with me. If you're the situation where it's bad and it's rough, I want you to say rough. All right. If you're the type of person where you've had good credit, or you've been trying to establish credit and then hard times hit you, like hit you harder than a freight train going 100 miles per hour on a one-way street. If that is you, I want you to say rough. Okay. The second group of people, when they talk about fixing their credit or talking about restoring credit, these are people that have never had credit a day in their life. They can't finance a stick of bubble gum because they hood rich. They ain't never had nothing. Nobody's ever given them anything. They're either younger or they're older, but they use cash for everything. They believe that cash is king. So if that's you, if you have no credit, okay, if you don't have any credit at all, you don't know how to establish credit, you're trying to establish credit, you don't know how to get credit at all. If that's you, I want you to say newbie. I don't care if you're 45 years old. Newbie, as I'm talking about in reference of don't have any credit, okay? If that's you, I want you to say newbie, all right? Newbie. That's you, newbie. The third type of people are the people that have maintained credit. They might have some things maxed out. They're trying to figure out why they just can't get above. They're stuck in the low 600s. They're stuck in the low 600s or the high 500s. They have some things reporting. They've paid off some collections. They've cleared some stuff up. But for some reason, they just can't seem to get over the hurdle. And they have slow credit. I want you to, and if that's you, I want you to say slow credit. So let's do a temperature check, okay, guys? So if you are somebody that has tried their hardest to establish their credit, they tried to step out on faith, or they tried to be grown, or they tried to pull themselves up by the bootstrap, and then something happened, life happened, you went through a divorce, you got sick, you went through a heartache, you lost your job, you went through some type of vicissitude of life, and now you have a lot of credit that's going into the collection agencies. If that's you, that's rough. I want you to say rough. The other type of person is somebody that's a younger person, or maybe they're an older person, but they hadn't financed nothing. You like Cat Williams, bragging about the fact that you're 50 years old and ain't never had a loan. All right? I mean, you've never had anything. You can't even finance a stick of gum because you have no credit, never had credit. You want to know how to establish credit. You try to go get credit and they deny you because you don't have any credit. If that's you, I want you to say newbie. The third person is the type of person who has credit. They've done a good job of maintaining credit. They had some bad payments, but they gotten back on track. They've built themselves together and they're stuck in the low 600s or the high 500s that they don't know how to get higher. Then you have slow credit, okay? So let's go ahead and see all the people that are commenting. Thank you so much for your participation, guys. And I'm going to teach you on all of these levels and how trade lines can work on that level, all right? So I'm teaching right now. So let's go ahead and see the first person to comment on each level. Thank you so much for that. And guys, like I said, if you do have a question, I'm going to try to answer questions at the end. And I don't even know how long this video is going to be. I said I wanted this video to be, an hour, but that intro was a hefty one. All right. So thank you so much for participating. Okay. BNY Cobra, thank you for participating. Erica, thank you so much for participating. Blue Hundreds, thank you so much for participating. The Light, thank you so much for participating. All right, good stuff. You guys are with me? All right, awesome. You guys are with me. All right, so far, right now we have 160 people watching. We only have 120 thumbs up. I need for the rest of you guys to hit that. I need you guys to hit that thumbs up button. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about trade lines. What are trade lines? Now I asked you guys in the beginning before I went through the disclaimers if you guys knew what trade lines are. Now let me clear up because a lot of people might not know the specificity of what a trade line is. A trade line is basically a temporary line of credit. No, I'm not use that. A trade line is a temporary item that shows up on your credit report, and what it does is it positively or negatively affects your credit. The most common term for a trade line is piggybacking, okay? Is piggybacking. Have you ever heard of the term piggybacking? Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching live. If you've ever heard of piggybacking, I want you to say have heard. If you have never heard of piggybacking, I want you to say never have, okay? If you've heard of piggybacking, I want you to say have heard. If you have never heard of piggybacking, I want you to say never have. Okay, so Coco's Candy says yes. King Vapor says yes. All right, I don't want you to say yes or no. I want you to say have heard. Thank you so much. Erica was the first person to participate the proper way. Is Erica? She says Erica. Biz Page says have heard. All right, Jersey says have heard. All right, most of you guys have heard of the term piggybacking, okay? All right, so Terrence Boyd says he's never have. I'm going to teach you what it is tonight. All right, The Light says never have. I'm going to teach you tonight. Okay, guys, it says it's reconnecting. I hope I didn't mess nothing up. Let's see. We still live? Okay, good. We still live. It's just, it said it disconnected and reconnected. Okay, we was having issues, but we good to go. Okay, so let me get into this. All right. So, sorry about that, guys. So, what piggybacking is, basically is, let's say, for instance, you have someone named Aunt Jacqueline, okay? Aunt Jacqueline, she is your godmother. Aunt Jacqueline has worked for the power company her entire life, ever since you've known Aunt Jacqueline. Aunt Jacqueline has been with Bank of America her entire life. Aunt Jacqueline doesn't have any kids. The reason why she call her Aunt Jacqueline is because she's like your godmother. Aunt Jacqueline worked for the power company. She has one credit card with Bank of America. Aunt Jacqueline has an 800 credit score. And Aunt Jacqueline loves her some of you. And you want to buy a house. You sit down like, Aunt Jacqueline, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know how I'm going to do anything. And so I need to buy a house and my credit is so jacked up. And Aunt Jacqueline will like, baby, I have an 800 credit score. So then you read a book or you look on YouTube or you overhear a conversation because you're ear hustling in the barbershop and somebody talking about piggybacking where a family member can add you as an authorized user on a credit report. And when they add you as an authorized user, then their credit history now comes onto your credit history. That's piggybacking, okay? And you say, Aunt Jacqueline, will you help me get a house? Well, she said, well, baby, I ain't got much money. All I got is this $750,000 I'm going to leave to the cats. Well, Aunt Jacqueline, I don't need any money. All I need is for you to add me as an authorized user to this credit card. And I don't even want the credit card, Aunt Jacqueline. Okay, baby, sure. That is how piggybacking works, all right? Now, a lot of people ain't got an Aunt Jacqueline. All right? A lot of people, especially in the African American diaspora, which is 90% of my demographic, they are first generation, not even successful. They're first generation homeowners trying to be. Some of them first time ever knowing what a credit card is. So they don't have an Aunt Jacqueline. They don't have a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah where they're getting an inheritance when they become 12 or 13 years old. They don't have a quinceañera where people are just giving them hundreds of dollars when they turn 15 years old. In the African American diaspora, we have nothing. All they give us is lollipops and bad times, and guess what? They all out of lollipops. All right? You don't have no Aunt Jacqueline. But you know what? You might have an Aunt Jackie. Let's say Aunt Jackie used to run the streets. Let's say Aunt Jackie used to be somebody's bottom B. Let's say Aunt Jackie used to get sick and she used to come back with that 10 toes down. Let's say Aunt Jackie now knows the game. Let's say Aunt Jackie, she used to turn tricks and turn flips all at the same time. And now Aunt Jackie done got down. She sat down and got her life together. Aunt Jackie got herself together. Aunt Jackie used to have bad credit. She got some game from somebody who had that magnificent vernacular to help her get herself together. And now Aunt Jackie has 700 credit scores. Aunt Jackie got 6 credit cards, all pristine credit. I'm talking about every time you see Aunt Jackie, she laid. I'm talking about she laid. She got her hair fried, dyed, and laid to the side. You understand me? I'm talking about Aunt Jackie. Every time you see her, as soon as the weather get cold, Aunt Jackie put on that coat. As soon as the weather gets cold. You dig what I'm saying? Aunt Jackie got a nice little old Mercedes Benz. It's like 6 or 7 years old, but she keep that thing clean, and you wouldn't know unless the model changed. I'm talking about Aunt Jackie done got herself together. And you come to Aunt Jackie, say, Aunt Jackie, I want to buy this house. Aunt Jackie said, I wanted to buy a house too. I got myself together, didn't I? Like, yeah, Aunt Jackie. Well, Aunt Jackie, I hear some people at the barbershop and at the hair salon, they talking about I can be added to your trade, like added as an authorized user to your credit. Aunt Jackie, like, you're not going to mess up my credit. I'm saying, no, Aunt Jackie, I don't want any of your credit cards. If you just add me as an authorized user to a couple of your credit cards, then I'll be able to buy my house because your good credit becomes my good credit. Aunt Jackie looked at you up and down. She go to the person who she got that game from. She sit down under that magnificent mouthpiece and that valuable vernacular of who she's ever been sitting under. And he give her that game, and he explains to her, or she explains to him, yes, your nephew or your niece knows exactly what they're talking about. But Aunt Jackie said, okay, I'll let you use my credit, but you're going to have to pay me for it. And you can only use it for 4 months. After 4 months, I'm going to knock you out. So listen, Aunt Jackie says, okay, you can use my credit. You got to pay me about $700, $800, $900. Or if it's your aunt and she said, you know what, just give me some Newports and just wash my car for me, nephew. I'll do that for you. If that is, and that is the same thing as piggybacking. Now, what is a trade line? A trade line is a company that has the type of lineage and credit as Aunt Jacqueline, but has the mindset of Aunt Jackie. A trade line is being able to purchase, being authorized on a credit card that has mostly 10 to 15 years in age and is going to report to 2 to 3 credit bureaus, okay? And is only for a temporary season. All right? So if you guys understand that, and I need for you guys to repeat this with me, okay? So a trade line is thing number 1, it is a business transaction. Thing number 2, a trade line is purchasing seasoned authorized history. The third thing a trade line does is that it's temporary. It only lasts on your credit report anywhere from two billing cycles, anywhere from 30 to 60 days. If you guys understand those 3 things, I want you to say understand. If you don't understand, write your question down or super chat it right now and I can answer that question, okay? All right. If you understand, I want you to say understand. Yep. Aunt Jackie is lit, Patrick. Aunt Jackie is lit. First person to say they understand was Butler B. Butler B said that they understand. Thank you for Erica says she understands. Robert understands. Okay, awesome. You guys understand. All right, you guys understand. All right, you guys understand. Good stuff. You guys understand. Understand. That is a trade line. Understand. Now, let's go another further. Now, remember, there are three types of individuals in credit, okay? There are three types of individuals. People who've had rough credit, okay? People who has no credit, and people that has slow credit, okay? So for all the people who has had rough credit, purchasing a trade line will work for you. But, hear me, remember, a trade line is something that's temporary, all right? I want everybody to say temporary. Everybody that said rough, I want you to say temporary. Not everybody. Now, if you said slow and if you said no, you don't have to participate right now. But everybody that said rough, I want you to say temporary, okay? Purchasing trade lines is temporary, meaning that the best strategy for individuals to utilize trade lines is when their scores are almost where they need to be. Or if you want to purchase a car and they're almost where they need to be, or you want to purchase a house and you have your down payment, but your score is just not good enough, you're almost where you need to be. Or let's say you're in business and you want to do a personal guarantee on a truck and you're almost where you need to be, or you're in business and you want to do a personal guarantee to get some equipment for your salon or for your t-shirt printing business or for your clothing store, and you're almost where you need to be. The only thing that's stopping you is your old bad credit. If you have rough credit, okay, and in most cases, if your goal score that you want to be at is within 75 points, a trade line will work for you. Now, it will not work for you if you are trying to jump 100 points just off of seasoned trade lines. Will not work, okay? Your credit is a math equation. It's a quantitative algorithm. So my advice for you, if that's you, you need to get some old stuff off your credit. I'm talking about if you have the 400s. Now check this out. When you're at a 620, you're good to go. So let's say if you're at a 520 and you're at a 620, my advice to you is go from 520, do a little bit of repairing to your credit, removing some collections or getting some new recent lines of credit. And we're going to talk about that in a moment, okay? Get some new recent lines of credit, not a trade line, but lines of credit. And so now your score is, let's say, at 550. Boom. Then you get a trade line. If you're at 550 and above, a trade line can work for you if you're right where you need to be, all right? For all the people that said rough, and if you understand that, I want all of you guys to say 550 plus, all right? I want you to say 550 plus. So basically, anybody that's at a 550 FICO, 550 and plus, I want everybody, even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me as well. And then I also want to make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so the next time I'm live, you can participate live. So I want you to say 550 plus. So anybody that is at a 550 plus, a trade line will work for you if you're at striking distance, meaning that the only thing that's stopping you is your credit. Now, I'm not talking about if you're trying to get an apartment. It's going to be more than just your credit. It's going to be more than just your score. I'm talking about the only thing that's stopping you is a score, all right? Only thing that's stopping you is a score. 550 or plus, a trade line will work for you. That's rough. Now, let's talk about slow credit. Slow credit. Remember, guys, like I saw Chase and Andrew Jackson, and Chase and Andrew Jackson, by any stretch of the imagination, does not have slow credit at all. He has been one of my most successful clientele. He has hit, not clientele, one of my successful clients. He's hitting tier after tier after tier. Matter of fact, Chase and Andrew Jackson, you still here, bro? Justin, you still here? Let me know if you're still here. I want to, Justin has accumulated so much doggone credit through our coaching and course. I want to see if he's here. I saw him when we first chimed in. He might have jumped out. If he is, Justin, do me a favor and just drop down. Just say in the chat. And also, if somebody knows Justin that's close to him, ask him. I want him to say how much he has accumulated in business and personal credit right here in the chat. Boom, right here in the chat. There we go, right here in the chat. So, Justin, when you do find this and you do see this, even on the replay, bro, I want you to chime in and say and share how much your scores have went up. Because Justin used to be the type of person that had no credit and slow credit. He went from no credit because Justin is young. You understand what I'm saying? Justin is young. when I first started working with him, he was trying to get approved when nobody get him approved for nothing. Then he utilizes some information that I'm going to provide for you guys for free tonight. Then he went from that, and then he went to getting stuck, and he keeps getting stuck because he's so aggressive, which I love, and he's so ambitious, which is awesome. And we just got to do some different little tricks to get him up to another notch. So we'll talk about that. So if you're like that, this is a trick. So let's say, for instance, you have slow credit. Let's say you're at a 620, okay? Or you're at not even a 620. Let's say you're at 618, a 610, or even at 600, and you want to get to a 680, or you want to get to the 680 mark. Now, hear me, guys. Right? If you have slow credit, not rough credit, hear me, guys. Okay? If you have slow credit, not rough credit, but slow credit, meaning that you're trying to get a higher credit limit, or you're trying to get to a particular 680 or better so that you can get financing or funding for something specific. If that's you, a trade line will work for you. All right? Most of the time when you're above 600, and you get a trade line, you will instantly shoot up to 720. 75% of the time, you can shoot up to a 720. When you are above a 600, because your credit is a quantitative algorithm, okay? It's a math equation. So after you get above that 600 mark and you add a trade line on, and depending on how old the trade line is, your scores could jump up to 720. They jump faster. So that means that when you're at that 600 mark in the low 600s, that means that you do already have decent payment history. You have a decent utilization rate, but your season, your length in history is bad. Okay, so for those individuals, depending on your specific scenario, you want to get something that's $10,000 or 10 years old, and then you'll be able. Oh shoot! About to knock my ward. 10,000 in limit, 10 years old. Boom! Your scores will jump to the 700s. Okay, so that is everybody's 720s. That's slow credit. So I want everybody right now. All right, like everybody that said 580. So I want everybody to say above 600. No, I want to say 600 plus, okay? So the first one, everybody said 550 plus. This time, I want you to say 600 plus, okay? I want you to say 600 plus. 600 plus. I want you to say 600 plus. All right, thank you. First person to participate was All Things Smoke, 600 plus. Divine Huckabee, 600 plus. Thank you so much for that. All right, Nick Platt, 600 plus. Andre Williams, 600 plus. Okay, thank you so much for that. Awesome, yes. So when you're at a 600 plus and you're just trying to, on average, when you purchase a trade line, your scores are gonna get. They're going to go up to 720. Now, I saw somebody ask a question. Somebody said that they said that I'm at a 650. Dayron says, I'm at a 650 now, and I'm trying to get to an 800. So, now that's a very, very good question. Trade lines are not used for novelty purposes, okay? Anything past a 720 is for novelty. If you just want to have a good credit score to show off, to say you have good credit, anything for lending and banking purposes, anything above a 720 is just for novelty, meaning that it's for bragging rights, okay? If you want a 800 credit score, trade lines will not work for you. Let me tell you the reason why. Because remember, trade lines are temporary, okay? So that means that your scores will go up. Your scores will jump up. But after a while, they're going to come back down. They're not going to go down to where they were originally, but they're going to go down. So if you're wanting to have an 800 score, or so anybody that wants to have novelty, so I want you to write this down. Okay. So I want you guys to participate with me, okay? So anybody that wants to have a good credit score just for the sake of having a good credit score, or just for bragging rights, trade lines will not work for you. So if you understand that trade lines will not work for you, if you just want to have pretty credit but not effective credit, I want you to say bragging rights. There's nothing wrong with it either. Nothing wrong with that. This is just a separate teaching. if that's what you want to get to, trade lines won't work. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. I want you to feel good about yourself. I want you to have that pristine 800 credit score, but trade lines won't work. There's going to be a different teaching on how to get there, okay? But this method will not work for you. So I want everybody to say bragging rights, okay? So it's very important. So remember, the top 3 people that want to repair their credit, not people that want to have bragging rights, okay? But the people that want to repair, not build, but repair their credit is the rough credit. It's been rough. They done had some hard times. They've been rolled hard and hung up wet. That's been rough. The second type of people are the people that can't get a stick of gum because nobody want to give them a chance. And then the third group of people is the people that have slow credit. Bragging rights is not considered slow credit. Slow credit is somebody that says, hey, I want to get a credit line increase for this. Or, hey, I want my scores to be higher so I can PG this $200,000 business loan for this. Or, hey, I want my scores to be higher so that I can purchase this house for this. That's the definition of slow credit, okay? Not just bragging rights, all right? All right, so now let's get to the people who have no credit, all right? For everybody who has no credit, you are not going to be able to use trade lines to establish credit. You're going to have to build a foundation first, okay? So I need for everybody to participate with me, all right? So if you do not have any credit, I'm talking about you won't have anything. And your credit is you only have 1 score because that's the only thing there's nothing reporting. Or maybe you have 2 scores and they're in the mid 500s because you don't have anything on there when you pulled your report. If you have no credit at all, nobody wants to co-sign for you, you don't want to co-sign for nobody, trade lines will not work for you, you're going to have to build, okay? So I want everybody to say build, right? Build. You're going to have to build. Thank you so much for participating, guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for participating. Right now, we have a total of 117 people watching, and we have 136 thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. We done got all the haters away. All right, first person to say Bill was Roderick Sharp. Thank you for participating. Build. All right, talking about build. Thank you so much for that. Build. All right. So we're talking about build. So how do you build credit? All right. How do you establish credit? If nobody wants to give you credit, how do you get it? That's a very good question. It's hard. What a lot of people do is they'll say, go and get a secured credit card. And even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to make a mind muscle connection with this. I want you to make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. So the next time I'm live, you'll be able to participate. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thing number 2, I want you to make a mind muscle connection with this. If anybody has ever told you to get a secured credit card in order to build good credit, I want you to give me 3 laughy face emojis, because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Well, that's not the dumbest thing I've ever heard, forgive me. From a banking and finance standing, it's one of the dumbest things you can do. But my people perish for lack of knowledge. The #1 best-selling book of all time, the most powerful book when it talks about finance, says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. This is the reason why I teach. This is the reason why you have to be careful who you listen to. If somebody is a credit expert and they're trying to tell you in order to build good credit, you have to get a secured credit card, you need to pack up and run away. Pack up and run away immediately. All right. A secured credit card is one of the worst things you can do if you're trying to build credit. Okay. Getting a secured credit card is like running a marathon and you have your leg tied with a boulder on it. All right. You can be mobilized, but it's going to drag you down. All right. All of these people, you see all these people, all these so-called credit gurus, ain't never worked a day in their life in banking and finance. They don't know what underwriting is. They don't know what a credit overlay is. They don't know what's going on. And all these people, look, all these people being misinformed, misguided, and undecided on what to do. All right. So it's okay. That's why I'm here. And that's why I am utilizing this platform. Once again, guys, like I said, I am not a YouTuber. I am a CEO that uses YouTube. I've been in banking and finance for close to 2 decades now. It will be 2 decades next year, okay? 2 whole decades, all right, of operating in banking and finance. So That being said, they don't know. They read a book, they done messed around and got some gain from somebody who has some valuable vernacular, but didn't understand the continuity of being consistent. You understand what I'm saying? They read a book somewhere, and, you know, they running around half-cocked, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I am going to provide for you guys a resource, like I talked about Chasing Andrew Jackson, Justin Frazier. The same resource I provided for him, I'm going to provide for you guys, okay? Now, hold on. Before I get into this, before I talk about this resource, I need for you to repeat this after me. If you are a credit guru or a credit repair expert or a credit repair service or sell credit repair multi-level marketing or credit coach or want to do business credit, are you eligible for the free information that I give at the end of this? Yes or no? Okay? I want you guys to repeat after me, okay? All right, first person to participate was Miguel. Miguel says no. Divine says no. Feminine Ascot. Feminine Acosta says no. Mr. Lewin says no. Corey Cash says no. Rush Howell says no. All right, Miguel says no, they are not. All right, Jamina says no. Luckland says no. Eric says no, no, no. That's right. So that means that you are not able to utilize this if that is your profession or you're wanting to. Service is for people that need the help, and I'm providing it to them. I'm not providing the entire course. Like we have a course, our 720 FICO coaching, our paid coaching teaches you how to remove bankruptcies. It teaches you how to remove repossessions, how to remove student loans. Now the paid course goes into grave detail. That's not what this is. This resource is going to teach you if you have zero credit, or if you have zero credit, or you have rough credit that's below a 550. All right. If you have no credit or rough credit that's below a 550, you can get this, utilize this right now for free. This stuff right now for free that's going to get you above that mark. So then if you want to get a trade line, you can. Now I'm going to teach you guys what's the best way, what to look out for trade lines. Like I said, this is an in-depth teaching. If you want to know where to get trade lines, I'm going to teach that to you. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to talk about trade lines. I'm going to talk to you about business trade lines. We're going to talk about all of that stuff. But right now, what we're talking about right now, I need you guys to follow me, okay? I see you guys' questions, and I said that I'm going to answer your questions at the end, all right? So I'm breaking it all the way down, all right? I'm breaking it all the way down, all right? So if you are with me, all right, I want you to say with you. I need you to participate with me. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate. I want you to say with you. This is an in-depth teaching on everything revolving trade lines. I'm breaking it all the way down. I'm being very intentional. I'm being very specific so you can have proper life application. When I die and I go before Jehovah God, I do not want him to say, I want him to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. I do not want him to say he's disappointed because I didn't do what I'm called to do. My job is to teach you, empower you, educate you, make myself a multimillionaire, make yourself a millionaire, and let's just do what we need to do. You understand what I'm saying? So for all the people that's antsy and all this other stuff, listen, everything ain't for everybody. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That ain't what this is over here. All right? So you guys are with me. You're with me. You're ready to go. You're with me. You're with me? Okay, thank you so much for that. With me. Okay. So let me tell you the reason why. So people will say stuff and they don't say why. They don't back it up. Okay? The reason why secured credit cards are the worst thing you can do, and it's like running with a boulder, is because yes, you're mobile, but it's going to keep you bound. It's going to keep you stuck. All right. So it's kind of like this. When you can be somebody that comes from, you can be somebody that's been in college, or say you've been in jail, you've been locked up. Both scenarios, locked up or in college. Don't have any credit because you never established credit. If you're in college, you mean well, you're doing well. You're trying to further yourself. You're just a young kid. You're misguided and undecided. Okay. Let's say you've been locked up. You've been locked up. You used to be a dope boy. You used to be hood rich. You never had anything. You like Cat Williams. You don't. Instead of going the Cat Williams way and just paying cash, you're rehabilitated. You're trying to get yourself together. You want to be like a T.I. or something like that. All right. You mean well. You're a good person. Your credit report, okay, is just like your progress report at school. Now, let me tell you what I used to do. I used to be I was not good in school. I used to get F's. I used to get E's. I used to get D's because I used to talk so much. And it was because I was so smart. I already knew what it was. I'm just playing like, man, this teacher don't know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here trying to, hang out with the little chicks or whatever. Saying I'm trying to sell candy and all this other stuff. I was bad in school. You hear me? I was bad. And when progress report came around, I tried to hide it. Okay? If you have ever tried to hide your progress report from your parent, I want you to give me 5. I want to count all 5 of them laughy faces. If you were a goody two shoes and you ain't never tried to hide a progress report for a parent, I want you to give me 3 OMG faces. Even if you're watching this on the replay, and I know you got them. So don't say I can't give you an OMG face or a laughy face. iPhone, the Obama phone, you can do an emoji, okay? I want to see those emojis, all right? Let me see those emojis. Thank you so much for participating, guys. I want you to let me see. All right. So Robert used to be like me. Robert used to try to hide. He gave me the 5 laughy faces. All right. Robert Mack, he tried to hide him. Roderick Sharp tried to hide it. All right. King Harper tried to hide it. All right. Somebody got their hand raised. That ain't what I said to do, but I understand where you're coming from. All right. Miguel tried to hide it. Okay. Here's the first goody two shoes. Is Nikki Platt. Nikki was the first goody two shoes. All right. Jackie, you gave me only 3 laughies. You're supposed to give me 5 laughies. All right. The second goody two shoes was Taiwan. Bartley. Okay. Okay. All right. So I was bad. Okay. I was bad. You hear me? I was bad. I was, ripping and running around. I couldn't sit down. You hear me? Them streets was calling me at a young age. Them streets was calling. But so anyway, I tried to hide my progress report. But then they would pin it to your chest, and you had to come in with it signed. Then you try to forge your parents' signature. You understand what I'm saying? All the other stuff. So that's what your credit report is. Okay. So hear this, right? It's just like a transcript in school. They see what you did. So when you get a secured credit card, whether you are a good kid or you were a bad kid and you're trying to rehabilitate yourself, you're just trying to make something of yourself. If you get a secured credit card, you're labeling yourself as high risk. You're labeling yourself as high risk, and that means that you're going to get high risk interest rates, higher interest rates. And that means that you're going to automatically classify yourself. You are not typecasting, but you are profiling yourself as high risk with high interest rates and low limits. If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know, I want you to say OMG. So there's something that's called credit type. And when you go through an underwriting system, they're going to look at the type of credit you have. When you get a secured credit card, it shows up as a secured credit card. So that is automatic a high risk borrower. And you're not even a high risk at all. You got caught up, you didn't know, and now you're stuck. So what are you supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to get past that 0 credit, Dean? How am I supposed to get past that 550, Dean? I'm going to show you, and I'm going to provide you a free resource, because I'm going to give you a free teaching. But remember, if you make money off of credit, if you are a credit guru, if you are a consultant, if you want to utilize this information, if you part of a multi-level marketing thing or whatever, you will not be able to utilize this service. You will not be able to utilize this service. All right, so let's go ahead and see all the people that did not know that, okay? All the people that did not know that. All right, so first person was Andre Williams said OMG. All right, so Junior says OMG. Trucker Vaughn says OMG. All right, so Terrence, you said you were just told that. All right, Feminine Accent says OMG. All right, Jason Soto says knew that. Good stuff, Jason. Robert says OMG. All right, most of you guys did not know that. All right, Erica says she knew that. That's awesome. All right, Butler B says you knew that. Awesome. A lot of people saying OMG. Kimberly Dyson says OMG. Now, if you already have it, you already have it. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But when you're coming from this point forward, that's why I want to get people now. If you already have it, there's nothing you can do to get rid of that. Don't close it. It's going to take a little more hard work. Okay, so it's fine. It just means that just like Chase and Andrew Jackson, you're going to have to do some tricks. So you're going to have to juke the system, and Tradelines can help you juke the system to get past that. Okay, so if you have that's the reason why a lot of times people get to the point of having slow credit where they're stuck. Because they have a secured credit card, they be stuck in the low 600s, they can't go any further, and they're like, man, I can't get nothing because you got that slow card. It's okay. We can trade lines, all right? But now we're going to talk about lines of credit, okay? So remember we talked about trade lines. Trade lines were temporary. All right, so now let's do a test, all right, guys? Now, yes or no? Are trade lines yes or no? Will trade lines last on your credit report indefinitely? Yes or no? I need you to participate with me. Even if you're watching this on the replay, guys, I need you to participate with me as if you're watching me live, okay? And make sure you subscribe and you hit the notification bell so next time you can participate as if you're watching live. So, who's the first person that's going to participate with me, all right? Will trade lines last on your credit report indefinitely? Is trade lines establishing a solid credit foundation? Yes or no? All right, so the first person to participate was that Lucianne Booker Jr.? I just say Booker Jr. says no. All right, All Things Smoke says no. Darnell says no. All right, Nikki Platt says no. That is correct. All right, no. Big Floyd says no. Southern Gent says no. All right, so no. Trade lines are not going to last on your credit report. They are not creating a solid foundation, okay? So trade lines are something you need to add to a solid foundation, all right? So you cannot use a trade line. You can't purchase a trade line. You can't purchase this big, pretty credit to add to nothing, all right? So now, let's talk about a line of credit. I want everyone to say LOC, line of credit. A line of credit is a actual line of credit. It's a credit line that reports to all 3 credit bureaus. Sometimes it reports to 2 credit bureaus. Sometimes it reports to 1. But it is a revolving line of credit that's not secured, that's been granted by a company or institution that is extending credit to you. All right? These are primary, legitimate lines of credit that you can utilize to purchase jewelry, to purchase clothing, to purchase electronics, to purchase healthcare, to pay for healthcare, to pay for travel, to pay for furniture. These are legitimate lines of credit, just like any other lender will provide for you. There are lines of credit that will report to most all 3 credit bureaus, and they're going to report as a revolving line of credit, not a secured credit card. So these lines of credit, they can be used in specific locations. Now, 9 times out of 10, when you get a line of credit and you have no credit, we're talking about if you have 0 credit, and we're talking about if you have a below 550 score, most of the time, these lines of credit can only be used at these stores to use these specific things, okay? So you cannot utilize a line of credit to go ball out. You can't do that. You can't, when you have no credit and you have below that 550, these lines of credit The main purpose of these lines of credit isn't to ball out of control. It's not to go and show off. It's not to go and stunt like Aunt Jackie. Not yet. We're going to get you to Aunt Jackie, but not yet. These are to establish a foundation because they report. And the cool thing about it is that the resources I'm going to provide for you, they report in 15 days, and they report to all 3 credit bureaus. And majority of the time, this alone will boost your score by 100 points because it's going to reduce your utilization, okay? So I need for you guys to do 2 things. Now, some of you guys have already done this, and this is a resource that I provided for free before. So you guys, if you guys have done that, that's great. Then you need to wait. Then we can talk about the trade lines. But for all of the people who have not done this, I need for you to do two things, okay? And remember, 2 things. The first thing I need for you to do is make sure that you are subscribed to me on YouTube, all right? When you are subscribed to me on YouTube, I need for you to take a screenshot saying that you are subscribed. Take a screenshot of your phone or take a screenshot of your computer saying that you are subscribed to me on YouTube. That's the first thing. Then the second thing that you need to do, after you do that, then you need to make sure you're following me on Instagram at E.DeanCole. Follow me on Instagram at E.DeanCole. And then I need for you to message me on Instagram. Don't message me an email. Some of you guys were sending me emails. Don't send me an email, okay? Do not go to Facebook and send me a Facebook messenger. Go to Instagram and send me a message, and then we will provide for you $14,000 of guaranteed lines of credit that report to 3 bureaus that's going to allow you to establish a foundation. In most cases, 90% of the time, your scores are going to jump by 100 points, okay? Now, for everybody that's done that, I've been providing this for over the last month. So if you're watching this on the replay, watch this. If you are watching me and you have done and received the teaching and received the email, I want you to say, got it. Not if you understand, but if you follow those instructions, if you have subscribed to me on YouTube, whether you caught me on another platform and I was giving this away for free, or if you caught this on another video and you was giving them away for free, if you have come to me on Instagram and you followed those instructions and you received it, I want you to say, got it. And I've seen a few of you guys, so I want you to say, you got it, okay? All right. All right, so Erica says, yes, 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 did this. Okay, got it. Okay, so Erica, she got it. All right, Tyron got it. Robert got it. Mr. Lewin got it. Patrick got it. Big Floyd got it. So you see, these are all people that have recently gotten the resource to establish that foundation so you can get it too, all right? As long as you are not a credit repair company, affiliated with a credit repair company, resell credit repair, multi-level marketing that has anything to do with credit repair, want to be a business coach, want to learn how to do business credit, want to resell or consult. As long as you're not one of those people or those individuals, you will get that for free, okay? Now, that is a small portion of our big 720 FICO coaching. Our 720 FICO coaching shows you how to do full credit sweeps. It shows you how to remove old items off your credit report. And in the 720 FICO coaching, it gives you trade lines that you can purchase. The free course does not, okay? The free course gives you lines of credit, okay? But our 720 FICO coaching, you get trade lines so that you can know trade lines, all right? So if you guys are with me and you're ready for me to move forward to teach about how to find trade lines, good trade lines, and you're ready for me to teach about business trade lines, I want you to say with you, all right? So if you guys understand that, so remember, if you're watching this on the replay and you don't have credit or you have bad credit, you have rough credit under the 550 mark, or you have that slow credit and you need that jump, do 2 things. 1, make sure that you do a screenshot showing that you're subscribed to me on YouTube, okay? Second thing that you need to do is first do the screenshot showing that you're on YouTube. Second thing you need to do is do a screenshot showing that you're following me on Instagram. It'll let me know if you're following me on Instagram. It'll say follow back. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. We look at our analytics, okay? If we're going to give you something for free, we believe in alchemy over here. Fair exchange ain't robbery. Even swap ain't swindle. It's not costing you those hundreds of dollars to get this resource, like people trying to resell and all that other stuff. It's going to cost your participation, okay? You guys are with me? You with it? So now let's talk about where to get trade lines from. You need to make sure, if you want to purchase trade lines, if you're the individual that has slow credit, all right? Or if you're the individual that has slow credit, or you have rough credit above 550 and you want to purchase trade lines, what to look out for. I suggest do not, I repeat, if you have an Aunt Jacqueline, I do not suggest you go and you get their trade line. If you want to, you can, all right? However, if you have a family member that has like an Aunt Jacqueline that'll give you a line of credit, know this: their good credit will report to you and their bad credit will report to you as well. Unfortunately, I talked with a client today who got a trade line, $15,000, and was doing good. Guess what? The family member they maxed out the credit card because they needed to use it. It's theirs. They can do what they want to do with it. Guess what happened? The client score dropped. They didn't even know why. And I was like trying to figure out what in the world happened. It wasn't until we pulled up their credit report, did a full credit report. Now, this is a client that we provide consulting for because they're in our business course and they're trying to get business funding. And we do this for them because of a business service. All right, so let's do a temperature check again. Does E.DeanCole Financial provide credit repair services? Yes or no? Does E.DeanCole do credit repair? Yes or no? Does DCFI, is it a credit repair service? Yes or no? All right? I need you to participate with me, guys, even if you're watching me live. Are we a credit repair service? Do we do credit repair? Yes or no? First person to participate was Booker Jr. says no. Thank you so much for that. Andrea says no. Thank you for much for that. Robert says no. Feminine says no. Thank you. So remember, however, this is a client of ours that's trying to get funding, working capital, that our firm gets paid commission from. So in order for us to close the loan, to get them what they need, and in order for them scores to go up, we provide this service for them for free. We looked at their credit profile, figured out what their scores dropped. Because their scores dropped, they had to update their credit profile, take off that trade line, that authorized user from their uncle, and now they decided to purchase a trade line through us. Okay, so the reason why I don't suggest that you get a free, now if you want to get a free trade line, you can, but you don't know what the vicissitudes of life could happen. Some people say, oh yeah, I pay my credit card all the time. In their mind, they pay it all the time. They don't necessarily know. They could go 45 days late. In their mind, it's only 15 days late. So the good credit reports and the bad credit reports, okay? All right? The good credit reports and the bad credit reports. That's the reason why you have to make sure that when you're purchasing trade lines, you're purchasing trade lines from a reputable company. Don't purchase trade lines from Aunt Jackie. Aunt Jackie's done a very good job at what she does. Now, let me tell you guys about us. Now, as a consulting firm, okay, we do not do credit repair. However, we do provide consulting and services for our clients that are enrolled into our business course. If you're enrolled into our business course, then you have access to resources, okay? When you're enrolled into the business course, you have access to resources, okay? In order to get those resources, you have to be two things. One, be enrolled into our course, or two, you have to make sure that you have to purchase, because I'll say this, some people don't want to do business. Some people aren't ready to do business. They just want to get their life together. They just just need some coaching. And if that is you and you need life coaching or you need a one-on-one consultation, then you can get one-on-one consultation. Purchase one of our one-on-one consultation packages, whether it's a one-on-one consultation or a 5-hour strategy session, because you might not be wanting to do business. But once you become a client of ours, okay, then you can get pointed in the right direction. And then you can get access to these resources. But that's only once you are a client, because I need to make sure that you're taught. I need to make sure you're RTG, make sure that you're ready to go. When you are a business client, if you want to start a business and grow a business, go through the course. You're going to get access to that for free. But if you're not trying to start a business and you're just trying to buy a house, or you're just trying to get yourself together, you want to get your life together, then you need to get some life coaching. All right. And then we can point you in the right direction there. If you want to do a life coaching session, the life coaching sessions are available on the website, just like the business coaching sessions are. The one-on-one consulting is for business coaching and also life coaching. The 5-hour strategy sessions, they're also available for business coaching and life coaching. Okay. So that being said, it's very important for you to use a reputable company. We have been providing resources and trade lines for years. 7 months ago, one of our resources, they started acting funny. Now, everybody we do business with has a 100% money back guarantee. If you purchase a trade line through us, 100% money back guarantee. If it does not report to at least 2 credit bureaus, we want it to report to all 3 credit bureaus. 95% of the time, it's going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. But if it does not report to at least 2 credit bureaus, let's say it reports to 1 credit bureau, you get your money back, okay? We do business with companies and resources that have 100% money back guarantee. Now, we had 100% money back guarantee for the company that we were working with. We sent 3 trade lines through them, and it took too long. I didn't like it because, once again, my reputation is on the line. Remember, once again, once again, I am a CEO that uses YouTube. I'm not a YouTuber. So one of the individuals was trying to purchase a truck, and they wanted to get financing. We needed for it to show up on the credit report, and it wasn't showing up long enough, okay? Now, it didn't happen. They got their money back. Then the person says, okay, you know what? But I still need the truck, so let's do it again. So they did another one. The second time they went through this resource, it took them 57 days for it to report to the credit bureau. It just took a very long time. The third scenario that happened was another situation where the person, it did not report. They got their money back. So that being said, we stopped utilizing them 7 months ago. And we have been vetting new resources. So not only do we have a new resource that is time tested and has a 100% money back guarantee, we guarantee that it will report to your credit bureau within 45 business days. So within 45 days, I'm sorry, not business days, calendar days. Within 45 days, it will report on your credit report. The last company was 60 days. And I didn't like that it took them 57 days for it to report, because think about it. When you're trying to close on a mortgage or close on a loan or close on a house, or you're trying to secure a deal, you got to be RTG. You got to be ready to go. And the thing that I like about this provider as well that we've got a contract with now is that the same way how we have a $1 million insurance policy for our errors and omission, they do too. So that means that, God forbid, if something crazy were to happen, and your credit is tarnished, they actually have a $10 million policy for them. All right. So the trade lines so if a company cannot provide you with 100% money back guarantee, don't go with them. If a company does not have, whether the consultant or the agency doesn't have errors and omissions insurance, don't go with them. They have $10 million. I love it. I'm glad. I love it, love it, love it. And they report in 45 days. So now notice, now check this out. When you purchase a trade line, how long does it take for that trade line to show up on your credit report? When you purchase a trade line, how long does it take for it to show up on your credit report? All right, guys. We're doing a temperature check. How long does it take for it to report? So right now we have a total of 175 people watching live and only 132 thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs up to match those likes. All right, let's not going to have any lurkers. No lurkers. We got 175 people watching live. I want all of you guys to hit the thumbs up button. So how many days? I just told you guys the answer. So once again, There you go. 45 days. First person to participate was Kmar Barron. 45 days. That's right. Jason, 45 days. That's right. Erica, 45 days. That's right. So that means that, think about this in your mind. If you are at striking distance, wanting to close on a mortgage, wanting to buy a house, wanting to get a car, wanting to get this equipment, or wanting to get this working capital, whatever, it's going to take 45 days. So that means that you can't buy it on a Monday and turn around and expect for it to post on a Tuesday. They don't work that way. It takes 45 days for it to report to your credit bureaus, okay? 45 days, all right? It's not something you can buy on a Monday and get it next Thursday. 45 days. That's first thing. Second thing is that this company, it shows up for 2 billing cycles. Most of the time, that means 2 months. So that means that you have a 2-month window to get what it is you're trying to get. Remember. All right, so let's do a test again. If you just want to have a pretty score, just to have a pretty score, will Tradelines work for you, yes or no? Even if you're watching this on the replay, guys, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching me live, all right? If you're watching this on the replay, I want you to make sure you participate and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can participate with me live. If you're watching this on the replay, I want you to make a mind-muscle connection with this content, all right? So if you just want to have a 750 or 720 score because it looks good, or you want to have an 800 score just so you can stick your chest out and it looks good, will Tradelines work for you, yes or no? All right, this is an in-depth teaching, okay? Thank you so much for participating. All right, no. All right, first person to participate was Roderick. Said no was, no, I'm sorry, Andrea. Andrea was the first person to say that, so no. So if you just want to have a nice, pretty, clean, ooh, I got my life together, I'm a bad bee, or ooh, I got my life together, you know what I'm saying, I'm pimping, you know, I got my stuff together, I'm a grown man, I'm a king, you know what I'm saying, purchasing trade lines will not work for you because they're temporary. They last for 2 billing cycles, okay? They last for 2 billing cycles. In most cases, it's 60 days, all right? So let's talk about it. Now, how much do trade lines cost? On average, the average trade line is normally going to be around 10% of the line of credit. So let's say, for instance, if you're getting something that's $10,000, if you're getting a $10,000 line of credit, most of the time it's going to be around $900. If you're getting a $15,000 or $20,000 line of credit, the most that it goes up is to $1,500. Okay, so it's the average price of a trade line is going to be anywhere from $950 to $1,500, anywhere in that spectrum. But this is a caveat. The reason why we provide this as a free course to our business clients, the reason why we provide this after you've gone through some consulting and coaching is because we can show you, all right, and direct you step by step how to get a trade line that's a temporary line of credit for $10,000 and $20,000 and flip that to legitimate guaranteed lines of credit of 3 other credit cards that are in your name, $20,000 a piece, because of something called credit mirroring, okay? All right? So if you utilize it the right way, like I said, we don't provide it just for any Tom, Dick, and Harry, okay? Because we want to make sure you're effective. We want to make sure you can maximize and capitalize. So yes, I want you to get the mortgage. Yes, I want you to get the car, but also let's get you some funding at the same time. Let's get some $40,000, some $30,000. So if you get a $10,000 line of credit, if you get a $10,000, if you get a $10,000 trade line, it's very easy for you to get 3 $10,000 lines of credit that you can use anywhere that are like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover. If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know that, I want you to say OMG. All right? If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know that, I want you to say OMG. All right, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching live. We have 171 people watching live, 166 thumbs up, and 1 thumbs down. We got 1 hater. Okay? All right, so Lucan says, Lucan says OMG. Andrea says OMG. All right, Drayan says OMG. All right, Jason says that he knew that. All right, thank you for participating. All right, Alex Express is telling the mods we got he's driving with a weak signal to get those trolls. Good stuff. OMG, yes. So, and you make your next move your best move, and you position yourself the right way, you're able to get funding. That's the reason why it's not just for somebody that just want to sit back and say, I got a good score. That's fine. That's good. That's dandy. But these resources are designed for people that are looking to build, whether you're looking to build a business, not a business reselling information, but your heart's desire, your bakery, your pet grooming business, your hotel, your wholesale resale business, your trucking business, your hair salon, your at-home healthcare, your real estate investing business, your real business, not hustle or not try to resell somebody else's intellectual property, but your real business that Jehovah God has put in you from the foundation of the earth. That business, if you're trying to build that up, or if you're trying to have a foundation for your family and you want to live a lineage, and a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, and you want that woman to love and respect you, and you want to get her out of that apartment and get her into a home, and you want to get her off the bus, and you want to get her in a car, and you want to add security. Those are the type of people, those are the type of things that this stuff is used for, okay? All right? That's what this stuff is used for. Now, let's talk about business trade lines. There are no... That's not true. So, at this point in time, I don't feel comfortable utilizing the seasoned business trade line provider that we have, okay? There are companies that have seasoned business trade lines. They're expensive. I'm going to tell you right now off the back, the minimum is $5,000 to get a seasoned business trade line. I suggest that you utilize the course to get business credit that's separate from your personal credit. And I would stand to say it's better for you to do a PG versus doing a seasoned business trade line. You can get a seasoned business trade line. The minimum is $5,000. You can. If you're in the position to do so and you want to do so, you can. You can get seasoned trade lines of $100,000 showing up in your business name on your business profile. You can do that. As a matter of fact, if you want to, you can leverage your personal credit, get some credit card, get some funding, and pay for that service if you want to. I don't think it's worth it. I'm just being very candid with you guys, okay? I don't think it's worth it. We get commissions if we do it, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better for you to build up your business and build up your business credit, build up your business profile, and do a personal guarantee to get $150,000, $200,000 versus purchasing the seasoned business trade line, in my opinion. But if you, like say for instance, we just got somebody approved for $150,000 this morning at 11 o'clock. You know, we have lenders, you know, if you have a 680 score and you have 40,000 in verifiable income and you're able to provide, you know, you have a legitimate business, you get $150,000. If they want to use it, they could. But look, you now have good, don't throw away the $5,000 because look, you're at this place of funding. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of times people want to see the shortcut of it. Now, this is the thing. So I saw somebody ask a question about Wells Fargo secure business card. Patrick asked that question. Wells Fargo does not report to the business credit bureaus. I don't know why, and I think they do it just to stick it out to say, I got a business credit card. It doesn't report to Dun & Bradstreet, and it doesn't report to Experian Business, okay? So for business, okay, so now I've switched gears. So I need for everybody right now to make sure you understand we're talking about business. I want everybody to say business. We're not talking, so everything up until this point, we've talked about personal, all right? Everything up until this point, we've talked about personal credit, personal trade lines. Now we're talking about business credit and business trade lines, okay? I need for everybody to say business, all right? I want you to say business. I want everybody to say business. Right now, let's see what we're looking like on our analytics. We have a total of 182 people watching live and only 168 thumbs up. The rest of you guys are trolls, all right? I need for you guys to don't be a spectator, be a participator. Hit the thumbs up button. I would say share it, but we can't share it no more because of some disclosures, all right? I can't ask you guys to share it because anybody that's watching after this point is automatically opting in. We can't just say, hey, look at this, because they look at it after this point, they're opted into what we went through earlier, all right? So that's unethical. So don't share it, but hit that thumbs up button. So we're talking about business now. So now listen, business funding is super easy to get. You can build business credit that's completely separate from your personal credit. You can have zero personal credit. Remember when we talked about people that had rough credit? Remember we talked about people that have no credit? When you are in business, you can literally, you will get $20,000. When you go through my online startup coaching, you're guaranteed at least $20,000 in funding for your business. And most of the time it takes 3 months to get that in funding for your business. Now, when we're talking about the personal, it's going to take some more ins and outs and outs and ins for your personal. But for business, you can build business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. So God forbid if you were to get go through bankruptcy, God forbid you're protected. Now, remember, when you're enrolled into our 720 FICO code, when you're enrolled into our startup coaching, or you go through our executive coaching, when you are enrolled into our course, we give you the 720 FICO coaching for free. All right. I have a video. Today is September. What's today's date? Today is Wednesday, September the 26th. All right. So by this weekend, we have a video that's dropping of a client who went through our startup coaching, older gentleman. He had his bankruptcies removed through the 720 FICO coaching. That information is in our paid course. You understand what I'm saying? There's too much listen, like I said, I am not a YouTuber. I am a CEO that uses YouTube. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay. There are too many. So we can teach you that, but it has to be in that control setting with NDAs, with ink on paper. Listen, I'm not going to give up my daughter's livelihood just so that you can get something for free. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. We ain't doing those games. I have to protect myself, protect my brand, protect my daughter, protect my business, protect my legacy. I will not. I refuse, because people will run around half cocked. I done had so many people. Prime example, for the free $14,000. I done had people hit me up on my email. That wasn't their instructions. I done had people hit me up on Facebook. That wasn't the instructions. I done had people send me messages in my Instagram. Ain't subscribed to nothing. They said, give me 14. That wasn't the instructions. How many people you know right now that they get half information and they run around half cocked? If you know somebody right now that run around half information, they think they know something. The #1 best-selling book of all time said they have a form of power, but they deny the activation of it. If you know some people like that, I want you to give me 3 laughy faces. Give me 3 laughy emojis, okay? If you know some people like that, I want you to give me 3 laughy emojis. I'm going to drop that video testimonial of the client talking about how we were able to get that bankruptcy taken off. And he got it. That was for free. That's part of our free stuff, because we're going to get him some funding. You know what I'm saying? We getting him some funding. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the people that we got approved for the $150,000. Give me 3 laughy faces, even if you're watching this on the replay, okay? All right, so like I said, I am not a person that's in the conscious community that's woke, you know what I'm saying, that done figured out some loopholes. That's not what this is, okay? This is business. You dig what I'm saying? This is business. You don't see me. I'm not some pimple face, spaghetti neck kid teaching about credit. You see this? That's not what this is, okay? All right? All right, so let's go another further. Now, on the business side, once again, business credit, you can build business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit, which is what I like to do, so that God forbid if something were to happen to you and you needed to file bankruptcy or something along those lines, you can recover. There's a video of a testimonial that we dropped. Scott Davies, passive income trucker, who happens to be a very faithful client. He has gotten over $100,000. On the video, it says $75,000 of business credit after bankruptcy, but right now he's over $100,000 and he did it while in a bankruptcy. If you saw that video, I want you to say saw it. All right. And if you saw it, say saw it. If you didn't see it, I want you to say didn't see. At the end of this video, there's going to be a card that'll take you to that video so you can see that video. And he rebuilt himself after his bankruptcy coming through my course. And that's the reason why I want to get people in the beginning stages. You know, that's why it's called startup coaching, because startup coaching is for people that's trying to start up. Then we have the executive coaching. The executive coaching for people that's already started up, but they need some development. Then we have our 5-hour strategy session. That's for people that they just need some help. All right, so let's see. Saw it. Thank you so much for that. Most of you guys saw it. All right, so some of you guys say didn't see it. Okay, awesome. Go to it's up there right now. If you go to the success stories, I have a playlist on YouTube called Success Stories. You can see it. Or at the end of this video, if you're watching on the replay, there'll be an end screen card that'll take you directly to that video that'll show you that. Okay, it'll show you that. So guys, so once again, you can purchase business credit, seasoned business credit, trade lines, but the average starting price is around $5,000. I don't think it's worth it, because you can utilize the course. You can learn to build business credit that's separate from your personal credit. And if you want to do a personal guarantee, you can do a personal guarantee and you can get so much more, just instead of having seasoned $5,000, paying $5,000 to get seasoned trade lines that you cannot use. All right, because trade lines, you cannot use those trade lines. It's just to help build up your profile. So I don't say, why would you spend $5,000? I mean, you can if you want to. Listen, if you're working on a multi-million-dollar project, we've done it before. You know, we've done it before. We have resources to do it, depending on what your goal is. But if most of the time, if I'm coaching you and you're my mentee or my client or my student, I'm going to coach you in the way that's the most effective. I don't think it's worth it because of other resources that we have. Like this brand new lender that's going to give you this 150, because of them, I don't suggest you get the 5,000 anymore. Because of this new lender that we have that'll give you 150,000, once you have those minimum criteria at a 680, I don't suggest that you get the 5,000 line of credit anymore. Not line of credit, $5,000 seasoned business trade lines, because they're not anything effective. Whereas you can get something that's effective. Okay. If you guys understand where I'm coming from, you might not agree with me, but if you understand where I'm coming from, I want you to say understand. All right. I want you to say understand. So once again, I need for you guys to participate with me. All right. So trade lines are trade lines, they will fall off after 60 days. If you understand that trade lines will fall off after 60 days, I want you to say 60 days. All right. If you understand that trade lines will fall off after 60 days, I want you to say 60 days. All right. Say 60 days, guys. 60 days. I said this thing was only going to go for an hour. We've been doing it for 2. $60 days, okay? 60 days. Thank you so much for that 60 days, all right? Got it, 60 days, okay? This is lessons, all right? 60 days. Now, line of credit. Line of credit, if you understand that a line of credit is the foundation to getting good credit, no matter if you have slow credit or if you have no credit, or if you have credit under 550, a line of credit will remain on your credit report forever, and that is the good foundation. I want everyone to say foundation, okay? So remember, trade lines are temporary. They're going to last for 60 days. That's a trade line. A line of credit, it is a foundation, and that it will last for the lifetime of your credit report. I want everyone to say foundation, okay? I want you to say foundation. I want you to participate with me as if you are watching me live. If you're watching this on the replay, this is a live lecture. All right, I want you to say foundation, all right? Foundation. Foundation. I want you to say foundation. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much, class. You guys are doing awesome. Thank you so much for participating. Foundation, okay? Now, here we go. Now, remember, the temporary trade lines that are going to last for 60 days, all right? You need to strike while the iron is hot, meaning that you need to already know what you're going to do once you get it. You already know the house, know the equipment, know the office space, know the credit card, know the mortgage. You need to know what you're going to do as soon as it comes through so you can strike while the iron is hot, okay? So you got to make sure that you position. This isn't something that you do and you sit on it. You have to do all of your due diligence first, and this is the last thing that you do for trade lines, okay? All right? So remember, our trade lines, 100% money back guarantee, comes with a $10 million errors and omissions policy, okay? So you only make sure that you get trade lines from a reputable resource, not from somebody that's going to provide you something. I had to actually talk a client off the ledge. There was somebody that sold her a trade line for $750. It was a cheap trade line. And I was like, that don't kind of sound right. She was like, well, Dean, it's only $750. And they saying that the reason why it's only $750 is because it's only $5,000. I was like, well, that don't sound right. Come to make a long story short, it tanked her credit because it was maxed out. Somebody trying to sell trade lines, and he got her for $750. And she wanted to murder this person. And I literally told her, I said, look, you just got married. You have a beautiful, healthy boy. You just got married. When I tell you she had homicidal thoughts, and I said, I literally had to calm her down. And I was like, no, don't do that. Do this. And I told her what she needed to do to get it together. And she was like, Dean, I should have just waited for you. And this is the thing. Now, this is the thing, guys. So, listen, we aren't the fastest because my name is on the line. So this was during the time when we had a moratorium on providing trade lines because I didn't want to go through the people that I didn't feel comfortable. Not because, because one, we had to give them the money back. It was okay. All the clients got their money back, or it reported slow. I just didn't want to keep doing that. I'm like, that's not what we're doing. So I wanted to get a better resource. 7 months later, we got it. But I said all of that to say, in that time, in the meantime, in between time, people go to other places and it's okay. But I'm telling you, you want to be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to act. So you want to make sure that you do it the right way. If you're going to stack them the right way. Okay? That's just my 2 cents on that, guys. So listen. So I am going to answer your questions. I'm going to answer 5 questions, guys. Okay. So now is the best time. Now I saw a super chat. Somebody gave a super chat. Let's see if I can find that super chat. Somebody gave a super chat. Let me go back and see if I can find that super chat. That's going to be the best way to make sure your question is asked tonight. Oh, man, I got to figure out, how do I find that super chat? I need to ask. Live chat, top chat. Some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. All messages are visible. Let's go live chat. Okay. Let's go live chat. All right, top chat. Let's see. I gotta say, somebody gave a super chat. Show your support. That's that. What is super chat at? All right, participants. Manage moderators. Let's see the participants. Oh shoot, that's not it. Guys, I have to figure out. How to see the super chats when I'm teaching in this long setting, because I hate for people to do it and it don't show up. So I gotta figure out how to do it, how to look at people's super chats. All right, so I see one person had a question. Like I said, I'm answering 5 questions tonight, guys, and after that I am going to sleep. And like I said, it don't matter the price at all. Love you, Brother Dean. I appreciate you, Alex Express. That wasn't a question, but that's some participation. I appreciate you, Alex. You are awesome. I appreciate you, my man. So do you got anybody have any questions? Okay. So if you don't have enough for a super chat, at me, light me up in orange by adding me to @E.DeanCole and ask your question. Guys, it's getting late. I'm tired. I want to answer your questions and I want to call it a day. So as you guys can see, I'm still suited and booted. It's 10 o'clock where I'm at. Still a work day for me. So let's go ahead and see your questions. All right, guys, I'm answering 5 questions. So at me, do a super chat, or at me at E.DeanCole, so that we can so that I can answer your questions. And you got, I might have done such a phenomenal job of teaching y'all don't have any questions. Now that's phenomenal right there. If I did such a good detailed job of teaching y'all ain't got no questions, we in there. We have 158 people watching live and 179 thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Round of applause. Okay. All right. So Feminine Ascot says, okay, the message was retracted. All right. So Jason Soto says, once a trade line is reported, how long should we wait to apply for credit? That's a very good question. Immediately. So Jason, as soon as it shows up, you're going to be notified. You're going to know. As soon as it shows up, you need to apply immediately. Because remember, it only lasts on your credit report for how long? 60 days. So underwriting takes time. Underwriting guidelines take time. Underwriting processes take time. So you need to be applying immediately. That's a good question, Jason. Somebody said I'm getting muscles and lifting and hitting the gym. Hey, I'm just trying to make my next move my best move, man. I'm single. I'm a single CEO out in these streets. Alex Express. All right, guys. I think you guys don't have any other questions. Do you have any? So if you guys don't have any other questions, say good night to me so I know. Okay, there we go. Here's a question. Jay Rich says, largest trade line partner offers. That's a very good question. You can go up to $50,000. You can get a $50,000 trade line. So now the key for a $50,000 trade line is to activate credit mirroring. Okay, so a $50,000 trade line is going to cost you around $1,500. It's going to cost around $1,500. But if you want to activate the credit mirroring, so you can definitely do that. Definitely do that. That's a very good question. All right. So Mr. Lewin gave a super chat for $1, but you didn't ask your question, Mr. Lewin. Ask your question. All right. So David says, what's a good business for an 18-year-old with business credit? That's a very good question, David. What is it that you want to do? So you want to build business credit. David, what is your heart's desire? You want to know what's a good business? What is it that you're passionate about? You're 18 years old. So what is it that you want to do? Like, it's something that you can do for free besides playing Fortnite and besides chasing tail. What is it that you would like to do for free, David? So David, you asked that question. So now I got my eye and my mind on you. So David, reply and ask that question, answer that question. What is it that you would like to do? And I can coach you on how to do it. What is your heart's desire, David? What would you like to do? All right. So Dom says, will an AU bump my 610 credit score to a 720 and get me Chase or Amex card? Absolutely, Dom. If you have a 610, that means that you have slow credit. And that means that 9 times out of 10, you have smaller amounts. So what you would need to do, Dom, is you would need to make sure that you get a line. You need to get something. You need to get 2 lines of credit, Dom. If your goal is an Amex, now Chase you can do with 1 AU. But if your goal is an Amex, you need to get 2. 1 with a very long history. It doesn't matter how old the credit is. You want it to be as old as possible. All right. So say for instance it's $5,000, but it is 20 years old. Now, if you are old enough to handle that, meaning that, prime example, if you are 40 years old, 20 years ago, then that makes sense. But if you are 20 years old, you can't get nothing 20 years old. Does that make sense? So if you guys are watching me, I'm teaching right now, I want you to say make sense. So that means that your trade line has to make sense when you're trying to get something like an Amex. So you need to go as old as you can. So let's say, for instance, you're 22. That means that you need to go to 18. That means you need something at least 4 or 5 years old. And then the second thing is you need something with a high limit. So you need something that's around the 15,000 range. And with 15,000 range, you can get some of those for like around $950 or $1,000. So 15,000 range or higher, and something that's very old, if that's what you're wanting to do. Dom, it's a very good question. So David says, all right, so David said you got here 5 minutes ago. So David, what is it that you want to do, my man? What business is it that you like to do? What is it that you're passionate about, David? LRT gave a $8 super chat, but did not ask a question with it. All right, so Corey Cash said you're ready to enroll. So Corey, if you want to enroll into our course, go to DCFI. Alex, drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link for you right now. It's DCFI Online. It's DCFIOnline.com/enroll. DCFIOnline.com/enroll. .com/enroll. All right. Go to DCFIOnline.com/enroll. Or Corey, at the end of all of my, wait till this video post. After this video post, there is a link that'll take you, there's a link in the description of every last one of my videos. As a matter of fact, you can get out of this video right now and go to any one of my videos on YouTube. There's a link that says get started here. There's a black hand that says get started here. It points you to that link. You go to DCFIOnline.com/enroll and you can get started, okay? But remember, Corey, you cannot be a credit professional, a business professional that wants to learn how to do it for their business or affiliated with any of it, okay? All right? All right. So the next question is from Mr. Lewin. Mr. Lewin says, would having my direct deposit with Navy Federal help me build a better relationship with them? Absolutely, because now you have consistent revenue coming into your business account. So yes, you want to show that you're utilizing them. So having direct deposit going into your Navy account, Mr. Lewin, Mr. Lewin is a very good thing to do. Absolutely, that's a very good question. All right, the next question is, let me count these questions. All right, so no more questions, guys. No more questions, no more super chats. I got all of them. So Tabitha says, how would you go about leveraging personal loans for business, like you said with the new lender? That's a very good question. When you say leverage it, that's what you would do. What you would do is get a new line of credit of $150,000. So how I would leverage it is I would use that $150,000 to acquire. I would use it to acquire what it is that I want to purchase for working capital. I would use it for working capital, and then I will also have a good chunk of it sitting in my business account. So like Mr. Lewin just asked the question about direct deposit. When you have a ending balance every month of at least $10,000, that's going to increase your credit rating for your bank, your credit bank rating. So you don't have to do that, okay? But so guys, remember, this is not universal for everyone, okay? This is, so everybody, I want you guys to repeat this after me. I want you to say specific question, all right? Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to say specific question, all right? All right, and no more super chats. Any more super chats after this point, if I don't get to you, it's your fault, because I said no more super chats, okay? So I want even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to say specific question. All right. So just so you guys know, the last super chat that I'm going to answer is Jay Rich. So no more super chats after Jay Rich. Okay. That's going to be the last one, because I've been teaching for 2 hours and it's 11 o'clock at night. I'm tired, and I appreciate you guys. So we've got a lot. We've gone past a lot more past 5, but I need for everybody right now to say specific question. So she asked, now, because some people say, well, Dean said I need $10,000 in the bank. I ain't never going to build business credit. That is not everybody universal. This is specifically for her. This is her specific question, okay? Specific question. Thank you so much for participating. Somebody said Pacific question. No, we're not going to be in the Pacific Ocean, not Pacific, Jarvin. We're not going to be out in the Pacific Ocean on a cruise. This is her specific question. This is the specific question. So how would you leverage it? What is it that you're wanting to do? What is it that if you wanted to purchase equipment, or you're wanting to purchase, what is it that you need for the business? Use that to acquire what you need for the business. Then set the remainder aside to pay for the loan, and then also to help have a higher bank rating, because you have an ending balance of at least $10,000 or greater. All right. So that's how I would leverage that. All right. The next question is, all right. The next question was from Mr. Lewin says, okay, I answered that question. Okay, so Dom says you're 40 years old. Perfect. So Dom, if you're 40 years old, then you can have a line of credit. So you need two, Dom. And also, yeah, you need two. You need one line of credit that's at least 20 years of perfect payment history. Having that perfect payment history. Then the second thing is you need one that's above 15,000. Now, what'll be awesome, Dom, is if they were one and the same. But most of the time, they might not be one and the same. One that's 20 years old might not have such a high limit. It might, and if it is, that's probably going to be a pretty expensive trade line. So we'll have to look and see what's available because they're updating in real time. But once we see what's available, then it'll be great if they're one and the same. But if not, you want to get an Amex. So this is specific for your Amex question. You need to have something, the 20 years of on-time history. That 20 years of on-time history by itself is going to boost you to the 740s. From a 610 to a 740, having 20 years of on-time history, you're going to be at the 740s. But then to unlock that Amex, you need to have a high credit limit with low utilization. That's why you're going to need the second one that's above 15,000. A very good question. So Alex Express says, Dean, are you doing the TV show? Which TV show, Alex? What TV show is it that you're referring to? So when you say, am I doing the TV show, help me to know which TV show you are referring to. And Jay Rich says, one large trade line better than two small trade lines? That's a very good question, Jay Rich. It depends on the scenario. If it's small trade lines with long history, and if you're old enough to handle that, then that will work. But if you're trying to get larger limits because of credit mirroring, remember, we're talking about credit mirroring. So if you have something that's $5,000, that's long history, your scores will be nice, but then you're not gonna be able to unlock that credit mirroring. All right. But if you have some 20,000, 10,000, 15,000, leverage that to 3 other places, you can get funding for the same type of credit. So I hope I answered that question, Jay Rich. Did I answer that question? All right, so Alex, no, don't call the 855 number. No, Alex, that 855 number is that's not the office line. That is for the radio show. No, if you want to call my office, it's 800-867-7941. So if you want to call our office, it's 1-800-867-7941. So no, Alex, don't give her the number to don't give her the number for because people call the radio show thinking they're gonna get me. That is only when I open the phone lines and when I do that. Y'all know that, right? Go to DCFI Online. Guys. Okay, guys. Okay. All right, let's do this, guys. Okay, listen. Okay, guys. So listen, once again, guys, I appreciate you guys so much for following me on YouTube. All right, I appreciate you guys so much for following me on YouTube, guys. I really, really do. Thank you so much for following me on YouTube, guys. But remember, I am a CEO that uses YouTube, which means that we handle and conduct business. We have a legitimate office team. I have a staff of 10 people that are working for my clients. We have over 1,000 people that we coach, develop, and that are enrolled into our online course. We have an office with a staff during normal business hours. Okay? If you look in the description of all of our videos, all right, remember, I am a CEO that uses YouTube, okay? You can go to our business website, which is DCFIOnline.com. At DCFIOnline.com, you can sign up, you can enroll, you can call the office during normal business hours, you can get access and support for everything, okay? So, once again, if you are a client wanting to enroll, you go to DCFIOnline.com/enroll and you can enroll. Now, if you want to get the free training, the free resource of $14,000 line of credit, not a trade line, but a line of credit to set a foundation that you can build on, you have to do two things. Thing number one, you have to make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, all right? And then the second thing that you need to do is you need to come to the Instagram, follow on Instagram, do a screenshot, all right? And after you do the screenshot, then message us on Instagram. Don't message on Facebook. Don't message on Twitter. Don't message in email. Message on Instagram stating with the screenshot showing that you subscribed and that you follow and that you want to get the resource. And you will be able to get the resource as long as you are not a credit repair company affiliated with any credit repair company, offer business services or consulting, because we have a NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, and a non-compete clause that goes past copyright. But if you violate that, we will persecute you to the fullest extent of the law for theft by coercion. Okay? Guys, listen. Thank you so much for making this a very successful stream. I said I was only going to do an hour. I know I did too. I'm hungry. My stomach is touching my back. I'm tired. I've been suited and booted all day. So listen, guys, remember, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you have not met them, you can meet them. If you do not have the character, you can develop it. Stay woke. Go get them. Success is waiting for you.